Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Hey, listen, would you like to work remotely? But you think it's perhaps a bit of a hassle to go? And when is the good time to go? And what about productivity? What's up, guys? My name is Philip and I work as a data engineer. Thanks to my profession, but also great clients I could work with, I had a chance to work remotely quite a bunch of times already. In this short video right for you, I decided to create a list of the good, the bad, and the ugly of working remotely. So here it is. So let's start from the good. Well, first of all, working remotely, you get a chance to be in these beautiful, exotic, sunny places that make you truly happy. The weather is beautiful, the food is nice, locals are very friendly. You basically can truly savor every moment. Personally, working remotely has been also an amazing exercise when it comes to gratefulness. It made me realize that I am able to travel, see these places, and work at the same time because of my career. Working remotely can be a source of a great inspiration. You truly let your mind breathe and get a different perspective. You also get to know great people, not only locals, but also people who work remotely as yourself. And it can be a source of great inspiration, not for the only for the business, but also for your lifestyle. I also would like to address productivity. I believe there's something very powerful in knowing that you only have 8 hours and at 5 p.m. you have a sharp stop because there's so many great things to do outside. With that mindset, you're actually able to squeeze the best after every minute you have, especially if you have a right setup, for example, the second monitor, the good keyboard, or perhaps when you work for the co-work remote locations. But traveling and working remotely is not always as fantastic as it might seem. So let's look at the bad points. The first point I want to make is about loneliness. So, of course, when you travel, especially when you travel solo, you meet friends and you meet people along the way, but it can be sometimes that you are feeling lonely and you have to make initial effort to put yourself out there and start making friends, which can be very fun, but can also be nerve-wracking, especially if you do it for the first time. At the same time, you call your friends from your local office and they're having coffees, they're having hangouts, and they're enjoying their times doing lunches. And at the same time, on the other side of the screen, you are just on your own. Okay, so this is something to keep in mind. Secondly, I want to mention that we all have certain habits. We all have sleeping habits, perhaps fitness, dieting, or any courses that you're following. And when you travel remotely and when you work remotely, these habits are very, very hard to follow because you get thrown into a completely different environment and you have to go really extra mile to make sure that you're not falling back on this commitment. So costs. Even though it can be done very cheaply, at the same time, it will surely consume some of your resources. So this is something to keep in mind as well. I also want to mention that even though your traveling setup like extra monitor, mouse, a good keyboard can be probably very, very good for working remotely, it probably would be never as good as in your home location when you have a really nice big monitor, perhaps a very, very comfortable chair, and maybe even adjustable height of your desk. So the first ugly point I would like to make is that even though traveling remotely seems like it's very glamorous and it can be extremely fun, after some time it feels that it's not very permanent and it's not very sustainable for longer periods of time. You enjoy the beautiful surroundings, you enjoy living this nice lifestyle, but after some time, at least I personally felt that I would love to go back to my routine and make sure that I'm progressing certain areas of my life and making sure that my life is going the direction I would like to go. So the second ugly point I want to mention that it just sounds very simple, just book the tickets, book the hotel and just go. But in practice, it's never that simple. We all have certain duties, certain commitments, and we all have work. And you basically need to arrange quite a lot of things in all these endeavors before you can actually go. So simple truth is that there will never be a good time. You kind of have to make time and just follow through. Thank you guys so much for watching. Personally, traveling and working remotely was extremely fun in my experience, but let me know what you guys think and I'll catch you soon. Ciao.